right? Finally got us a victory. I'm really happy for our guys. All we talked about was finish, and that's what they did. We finally finished one and got a victory. So really happy for our players. Awesome feeling in the locker room, and love to have that. And it's the first of 4 games that we have here in the month of November, and so we're going to keep trying to just finish in everything that we do.
Questions? We've got mics. Matt?
Harlan, you stood up there every single week, amid all this, saying these guys are sticking together and remaining positive. I guess how was this team able to do that to pull out a win today when amid all the adversity you guys had two months?
I think it was a combination of things. Our coaches, and then just our players, our staff, our entire staff of just buying in. When I first got put in this position, the first thing I did at the team meeting was talking about staying unified. I said we have to be unified. Everybody got to be pulling the rope from the same end. We can't be playing tug of war in our own building. And so, and those guys have bought in, and really proud of them for doing that. And I'll never forget these guys because every week they bounce back. We said the 24-hour rule, and we had some gut punches where we didn't feel well on Sunday, but by Monday afternoon we started feeling better and shaking things off. And then practice on Tuesday and Wednesday and throughout the rest of the week. They were enthusiastic and had energy and had a great attention to detail and trying to go out and get another one. So I think, like I said, it's a combination of the coaches, the players, and the entire staff just always talking about staying unified and helping one another out.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm wondering about the quarterback situation. Obviously, Caton had the touchdown early, but a lot of inefficiency, a lot of stalled drives there, particularly when you needed to run the clock out. Do you revisit that again? And I guess what was your assessment of how those two did, particularly Salmon as a limited option?
Well, I thought they did well. I thought they did well. I thought Caden actually stepped up. No turnovers, right? No turnovers. He runs the offense. He understands the offense. And the plan that we had for today is what we executed. It was for, of course I didn't tell you I was doing a week block, I knew this. I knew they both were going to play, but the plan was every third series of the half, that's when we were going to put Sam in. So 1-2, Sam was in, and then second half, 1-2, Sam was in, and that was it. And we said regardless of how they were playing. Now obviously, if it got down to the point where we need to say, hey, we need to go back and put them back in for whatever reason, we could have done that. But we just stuck to the plan and it worked out for us today.
Coach, obviously you used both Hauser and Levitt today. What have you seen from Sam Levitt as a true freshman that instills that trust from you to him for lead this offense at such a young age?
Well, like I said, every time I bring up Sam, I try to get tired of me saying it. And I think some of you guys have met him now, but he's very, very confident. On the border of cocky, but he's not cocky. He's very, very confident, and I love that about him. Just like I say, I love the competitiveness. He's a competitor too, but I always bring up a competitor in Caton. But that's so when you see him go out there and he's confident, it make you feel confident. You know what I mean? And that's what confident people do. And so that's what we've seen in Sam since he's been here, and I think you guys are seeing it as well when he's on the field.
Jack.
It wasn't 76-14, but given everything that's happened, was this senior day even better than yours?
Oh, yeah, absolutely it was. I mean, because like I said, there was no drama. Not that you want drama on senior day, but yeah, it was better. It was because I wasn't out there playing and giving up a touchdown. I told you I gave one of those touchdowns was on me, so I was mad about that. But yeah, it was better. 76-14 is different than 2017. Crunch time, first win. So, but a great feeling.
When they scored to make it 20-17, got the ball back, another penalty, do you think, oh no, this cannot happen again?
Can't think like that. So I went into finish mode. I just kept saying finish, no matter what, finish. And because that's what the young men going to do. They're looking at us, I'm saying us coaches, the leaders, me, of the team. What direction he gonna go? And all they kept getting from me was finish. I can't put my head down at all. There we are. Here we go again type deal. So finish was the word of the day.
What were effective? And I know Nebraska's a high turnover team, but Jaden had interception, 7 tackles. Just what do you think of him today too?
Well, our defense has been playing fairly well, I think, over the last several weeks. I mean, we had the game against the team down the road, but other than that, I think we've been playing fairly well. They understand what to do. Coach Hazelton and the staff do a great job of game planning and understanding how the team is trying to attack us, and our guys go out and execute. So I think this is another product of them just playing better overall over the last several weeks.
Graham?
Can you describe the locker room and what the players said, just sort of the general vibe in there and any conversations that were had?
Everybody's hugging and saying, "I love you." I mean, they're hugging you and then dancing and all that kind of stuff. So it was great. Like you would anticipate a locker room to be. I know it's only the first win and one win, and we understand we have another game to play, but it was something to celebrate for our guys with all this adversity that we've been going through throughout the course of the season. So, it was very joyful. That's what I said.
Harlan, I know you said finish is what you were thinking, but when Nebraska fumbles, they get it and they have to scramble for that last second Hail Mary. What were you thinking about? What was going through your mind?
Get the ball. Get the ball. Get it. I want to run out there and get the ball. The ball was out and went out and got it. And I was also thinking, don't let the ball go over our head. So when that ball went up and I started tipping all around, I'm like, no, get it down. But we finally worked it out and got it down and got the victory.
Harlan, just real quick, I was wondering what this means for you and how many people did you hug after the game from off the field? I saw Tom and Alan said you got him as well in practice back.
How many people? I got to go back and review the tape. I have no idea. There's a lot of people. But that's part of it. When you want to succeed for one another, you all fighting together in the trenches and you're going through what you've been going through. That's what you're going to do. Hug and love you, man, and congratulations, all that type of stuff.
I was wondering what was behind the starting secondary today. We saw 4 guys out there that we normally wouldn't.
Very observant.
With Carl, got changed.
So I told you all a couple weeks ago, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna start being me, and so you can't be late anywhere. I don't give us a minute or two. I mean, you can't do that. And so that was what it was.
Chris?
I kind of wanted to go off what Matt asked you about the defense, the 7 sacks today. The pressure that you guys were generating, is that the best that you guys have been this year? And what do you think allowed you guys to put that much pressure out there?
Well, again, if it's been the best, I'm not sure. I would think so. I mean, you watch them just like I do, but when you like, let's think about what game is this? That was games 9. So now, by game 9, you hope that everybody understands how we're running certain stunts, how we're doing everything, all the plays, how to execute them, working together, because those D linemen work together in some of those stunts, and they got to do certain things. So now everybody has a true understanding of what's going on. You would think like, well, didn't you come out of camp and you had spring ball and all that? But some guys were new to the team and working with one another. And then you get injuries and all that kind of stuff. I think we got now a core group that's been working together long enough to understand how to actually run the stunts the proper way and all that type of thing, which allows us to get more pressure and execute at a higher level.
The second row there.
Coach, it seemed to be a little bit of frustration on the sideline with some of the offensive calls today, highlighted by kind of viral clip of D'Antoni on the sideline after one of those offensive calls. A lot of RPO, a lot of trick plays today. What's your confidence in the offensive play calling going forward, and are you looking to switch anything up with Jay?
So Coach D had a viral clip, huh? We had to get him on his body language, bad body language for Coach D. Now, that's his natural reaction. Everybody wants to have success and do well, and so that's just I don't know what you're talking about, but it's just natural reaction. Like when you're at home watching the game, he wants to win just like everybody else. It's not about that's a bad call. What we're really thinking is more. I just want to see our guys succeed. I want to win. I want us to win, and so it's more about that. and we'll go from there. There's nothing that's gonna be changed here within the next 3 weeks or anything like that. As far as that's concerned, our guys work hard, and they do a great job.
Rico.
Coach, you got up here every week during this losing streak and, kept it positive, optimistic. So now that you got this win, can you maybe truthfully reflect back on what it was like going home Saturday night after those losses and just, I guess, how you kept it together?
So you call me a liar? He said truthfully. No. It doesn't sound like you was calling me a liar. Now can I be truthful? I just didn't talk about it. It wasn't I wasn't being truthful. I just didn't talk. Well, it was tough. I mean, I didn't go home and start crying or nothing like that if that's what you're looking for, but I would I was, no, it'd be me and my wife, we talk, and that's what she would say. So, but how you feel? What you think, those type of things. And I would, say some things, that I thought we could do differently and all that kind of stuff, but, I can't share all that with you guys, to be honest with you, but there's some things I've been thinking to say and do, and probably change a little bit, and then I'll share it with the staff and the team, and then we try to apply it and do it. And some of it, not all of it, but some of it, we use, and some like, I don't think you should do that, so, but there have been things I've thought about in the midst of that I thought we could, possibly do better.
Tom Browning.
So Harlan, Simeon Barrow had the last sack at the end that caused the fumble, and the clock's winding down. He's been through some things, looked like he battled through some pain today. For him to make that play that kind of semi-closed it out, your thoughts about how he played today in his journey?
Well, arguably, Simeon has been our defensive player of the year. Arguably, you can look at it and study it, but really good football player. Love that he's on our team. Fired up that he came back when he did, and so he's just a warrior. He's a Spartan. He knows how to go after it. He's a Spartan dog. He knows how to keep fighting. He's not an excuse maker. He's gonna keep pushing, no matter what it is. He's gonna keep going, and so love that about that young man.
Take two more, Jack and Chris, to wrap.
H, with all the things that Alante Brown has been through, from the opening kickoff return of the year to now, when did you know that you were going to use that pass? What did you think when it was completed, and his reaction after the game against his old team?
It was great. I mean, he was saying, Coach, we cannot lose to these guys. We cannot lose to these guys. They're going to be talking crazy to me. And so now I guess he's talking crazy to them, I'm sure, right now, texting and all that kind of stuff. But he's a really good athlete, and for you guys to know his story, at one point in time he was committed here to Coach D, and then ended up, long story short, going to Nebraska. Even when I was at Florida State, he came down on an official visit down there, and so, but really good athlete, good football player. Glad he's a part of our team, and we knew that he had the ability to do what he did today, throwing the ball. He can even run it from back there as well.
Chris, last one.
Actually, Jack somewhat stole my question, but I'm wondering, moving forward, depending on, obviously Sam's at 4 games, he can decide not to play. Is Alante an option as an emergency quarterback for you guys?
Great question. We haven't talked about that. That's something that we had to talk about this week. We knew, like you said, Sam, has 4 games in, so we just have to look at it moving forward, how we're going to do it. But we'll make the best decision that's good for the team, for the best for the team, and so will the players. And so we'll see how that goes as we push through this next week or so.
All right, thanks, guys.